All right, see, I'm a fan of music. Yes, and particular all kinds of music, but I love Fuji in the sense that I'm a Yoruba boy, and Fuji is one of our heritage. We must protect it, we must promote it. I'm not always interested in all these trendy stories about Fuji and Fuji, whatever. But there are certain things. I love everybody. I listen to Wasiu Fuji. I listen to Sikiru and the Barrister, Kollington, Ayinla, Soniti, Pasuma, from robot keyboard to computerizing Jibola. My favorite Pasuma album of all time is Fuji Motion. Don't ask me why. And of course, importer and exporter. I listen to Saheed, Osupa, especially London Delight was a bomb. Respect, reliable. We follow all these people. And I'm a big fan of K1 the Ultimate. Yes, so there has been so many arguments going on. This disrespect, this one. I'm not interested in all the semantics, trust me. But I want to give you reasons why I believe that the kingship of K1 the Ultimate is never to be contested, because it is clear as day. Number one is that this guy has been relevant for how long now? He said he has done 50 years on stage. I'm not aware, but I know of Tala 84. Tala 84 is 40 years till date. Tala 30 years old, Ayinde ni o. Fuji Motion 30 years old, Ayinde ni o. Pasuma lo ba lu fún mi o, ma bá wọn jà. I know Tala 84. Èmi ti bó lolu hello my dear Sikiru to 0 mo ba hello. I know Tala 84. And this man has consistently been available since then till date. And of course, he has been giving us hits back to back. How many of you remember him at my SMP some few years back at the Oriol King? You remember that one? I think that was the latest. This man has, and of course, he has re-hits too. Look at the way, what's it called now? Vivid Imagination re-blew some few days back or some few months back. So, this man has been consistent for 4 decades. Number two, you see, in the cultural setting, our own Grammy is like a traditional title. Traditional title is equivalent to Grammy when it comes to traditional music. And K1 has bagged traditional titles from everywhere that is, every relevant places. Let me put it that. From Ile-Ife to Lagos to Ibadan to Oyo, everywhere to Ogun State, he has bagged chieftaincy title. Not small chieftaincy title. Big chieftaincy title from reputable first-class kings. And I'm not sure many Fuji musicians can relate with that. And I'm not sure. Number three is that up till date, K1 is still one of the busiest. I was discussing with an Egbon in the industry and was telling me that at least K1 has at least between an average of 3 to 4 shows per week inside and outside the country. Can you imagine that? For his almost, man is getting close to 70 now, and every day, every week he's going to 3-4 shows. Go on his page and go and confirm, go and verify, in the words of Peter Opi. So he has consistently been busy, apart from the fact that that's my number three. Number four is that is the preferred choice of the high and the mighty. You saw when Okoya was celebrating Captain of Industry. When it comes to kings, all these Legushi, Oniru, who again? Mention reputable kings. They all prefer to go for K1 the Ultimate. And this transcends just the traditional big men, even in governance. Talk of governors, talk of who now? Talk of governors, talk of presidents. He has played for the presidency. What are we talking about? Number 5. K1 is forward thinking. People have been saying that he's proud, but I think he's a man that knows where to be humble. He knows how to humble himself when he wants to learn something new. And of course, he knows that for you to keep evolving, for you to keep expanding, you need the wisdom of others that know more than you in a particular field and is always ready to collaborate, to partner so that they can expand. What do I mean? How many of you remember I've heard the name of Dia Ojo, the man that said was the one that is behind the instrumentation of classical Fuji and stuff like that? But then, in case you've not heard that, from instrumentation to management, Dayo Olomu, we have them, Pesia Demokun, Ayo Shonaya, we've recently Bankuli. These are people that are doing so well in music management and music business that K1 has parlayed up with at one time or the other, so that he can expand his craft and he can extend his reach. That is wisdom, that is humility. Trust me, he's not proud that I made a sing, I know what I'm doing. No, he knows what he's doing, but he wants to learn and of course collaborate with more bigger people that are into other things so that he can learn from them. And that is what he keeps doing every year and every time and then, every now and then. Also, Success without a successor is failure. But then K1 has even succeeded beyond having a successor in music, because we have them K1, D1, we have a lot of people that are singing like K1 and they are doing so well in their own craft. But apart from that, his PA, Olashoju, I think, he successfully became the chairman of a local government in Lagos State. It's on a local government. His own daughter is now one of the PA now or SA to the Lagos State government. What else do you want to tell me? What is your definition of success, if not all these parameters and all these indices that I've listed? So who is now the king? Number 7 one that I love is that a lot of people, like I said the other time, that success will start success. So this one is closely related. We have the entire Ononuga. Even his musical instrumentation. I remember that anytime you hear they've used it. So many musicians have used it. Hip hop musicians have used it, and there is this instrumentation that once you hear it, K1 comes to your mind. And they use this instrumentation in church, anywhere, everywhere. Tell me what success is. Last but not the least on my list is the fact that K1 knows how to work on himself. This is a man that is not schooled in the 4 walls of a school. I'm not sure that I'm aware of any degree back at any point in time. But when it comes to, have you ever listened to his interview? Have you ever heard him speak? I'm not talking of Yoruba interview, now English interviews. The man can express himself despite the fact that, see, there's a difference between being educated and having a degree. Yes, anybody can have a degree, but K1 he has worked on himself and he has grown over the years. His exposure is top notch, and like I said, he has the exposure of a 21st century king. So all that being said, this is showbiz. Anybody can call themselves whatever they are, but there is a problem when you want to call yourself different names. By the way, massive shout out to King Saheed, King Dr. Saheed Osupa. He just renamed himself K3, King of Lyrics, King of Fuji, King of Music. All the best. That is good for him. Of course, trust me, this is music. Remember back in those days, we used to have Rear Admiral Dele Abiodun, General Kollington, Ayinla, Sikiru, and Barrister, self. All those titles, nobody gave them. They picked it themselves and they're enjoying it. So why would somebody for whatever berate another person for calling himself whatever he wants to call himself? But that is by the way. K1, but then in history, we've heard of wicked kings, we've heard of selfish kings, we've heard that is their personality, but their personality has never stopped them from being kings. So you may not like K1 the ultimate, may not like his style, may not like his person, but your likeness or your unlikeness does not affect his kingship. No, it doesn't. If wickedness, or let me say whatever you want to say, selfish king, good king, if that's were to affect their kingship, we won't have that in history. But then we have different kind of kings. But trust me, whatever you want to say, you can castigate him for anything you want to castigate him for. But that does not remove the crown on his head. He is a king. He is the king, and he should be acknowledged as one. Sure me, anybody ja. Olufimo lawa, Araba Ambilawa, Pasuma lawa. Anybody lawa, koda theater wewe lemi, Taye currency lemi, kojubelo. But then K1 the ultimate remains the ultimate king of Fuji music. I hope with these few points of mine I'll be able to convince and not to confuse you that K1 is the king. Tabadaya.